Hello, everyone, and welcome back to World Music Facts. Today, we are going to uncover the real story behind one of the most unforgettable songs from the golden era of boy bands, Quit Playing Games with My Heart by the Backstreet Boys. This song was not just a romantic pop track. It was a song that transformed the Backstreet Boys from a rising young group into a worldwide music phenomenon. Behind its success, however, there are several surprising facts, hidden stories, and moments that many fans never knew about. The story of Quit Playing Games with My Heart began in the mid-1990s when the Backstreet Boys were still trying to build their name in the international music scene. The group was formed in Orlando, Florida in 1993 and included 5 members: Nick Carter, Brian Littrell, A.J. McLean, Howie Dorough, and Kevin Richardson. At that time, boy bands were becoming popular again, especially in Europe. The Backstreet Boys worked hard to create a unique sound that combined emotional ballads, catchy melodies, and impressive vocal harmonies. Quit Playing Games with My Heart was recorded in 1995 and first released in Europe in 1996. The song quickly gained attention because of its emotional lyrics and the powerful vocal performances of the group members. Unlike many debut songs that take time to become successful, this track immediately connected with listeners. It became a major hit across several European countries and helped establish the Backstreet Boys as one of the most promising new groups in pop music. However, the biggest moment for the song came when it was released in the United States in 1997. Before this release, many American audiences had only limited knowledge of the Backstreet Boys. But Quit Playing Games with My Heart changed everything. The song became their official breakthrough hit in America and introduced millions of new fans to the group. It climbed the Billboard Hot 100 chart and reached the number 2 position. The only song preventing it from reaching number 1 was Elton John's historic tribute song, Candle in the Wind 1997, which became one of the biggest selling singles in music history. Even without reaching the top spot, Quit Playing Games with My Heart became the highest charting single of the Backstreet Boys' career on the Billboard Hot 100. The success of this song opened the door for the group's future albums, including their massive 1999 album Millennium, which turned them into global superstars. But behind this famous song was a surprising vocal story that many fans did not know. The version heard by millions around the world contains a hidden change that happened before the song reached radio stations. And this secret became one of the most interesting facts in Backstreet Boys history. One of the most surprising facts about Quit Playing Games with My Heart is the hidden vocal change that happened before the song became a worldwide hit. When the song was originally recorded, Nick Carter was one of the main voices featured in the track. At that time, Nick was the youngest member of the Backstreet Boys and was still developing as a singer. However, during the period between recording the song and its release, Nick went through a natural teenage voice change. Because of this, some of the higher notes he had recorded in the studio became difficult for him to reproduce. To solve this problem, the production team made a decision that many fans did not realize for years. The second verse of the song was re-recorded with Howie Dorough, providing the vocals that were originally intended for Nick's part. This means in the famous music video, viewers can see Nick Carter appearing to sing the second verse, but the actual recorded voice in that section belongs to Howie Dorough. It was not a controversy inside the group, but rather a practical studio decision made to ensure the final version of the song sounded perfect. For many years, fans around the world believed they were hearing Nick's voice throughout the entire song. This hidden vocal switch became one of the most talked about behind-the-scenes facts connected to the track. Another reason the song became unforgettable was its iconic music video. The music video for Quit Playing Games with My Heart created a huge impact during the late 1990s. It showed the Backstreet Boys performing in a dramatic setting, surrounded by rain, emotion, and intense choreography. The video was filmed at Howard Middle School in Orlando, Florida, and featured the group members dancing in the rain while wearing partially unbuttoned shirts. At the time, the concept attracted a lot of attention. The Backstreet Boys were marketed as a young and clean-cut pop group, but the dramatic rain scene gave the video a more mature image. The members were still very young during the filming. Nick Carter was only 16 years old, and the other members were also in the early stages of their careers. Because of their young age, the style of the video created some concerns among their management team. They worried that some parents might feel the image was too mature for such a young group. However, instead of hurting their popularity, the music video helped the song become even more famous. MTV viewers requested the video constantly, and it became one of the most recognizable pop videos of that era. The combination of emotional vocals, memorable visuals, and the growing popularity of the Backstreet Boys helped Quit Playing Games with My Heart become a defining song of the 1990s pop music era. But the success of this song was only the beginning. After this breakthrough, the Backstreet Boys would go on to become one of the best-selling boy bands in music history, creating songs that would define an entire generation. And the journey of Quit Playing Games with My Heart still had more fascinating moments behind its creation and worldwide success. After the success of Quit Playing Games with My Heart, the Backstreet Boys' career entered a completely new chapter. The song became the foundation of their worldwide success and helped them become one of the most famous pop groups of the late 1990s. Before this song, the Backstreet Boys were still trying to introduce their music to a larger audience. But after the single became a major hit in the United States, millions of people around the world discovered their talent. The emotional style of the song, combined with the group's unique harmonies, created a strong connection with fans. It showed that a boy band could deliver not only catchy pop songs, but also powerful emotional performances. The success of this track opened the way for their future achievements. The Backstreet Boys went on to release some of the biggest pop albums of their generation and became one of the best-selling boy bands in music history. Their popularity reached different countries and cultures, proving that music could bring people together regardless of language or location. Even decades after its release, Quit Playing Games with My Heart remains one of the most memorable songs from the 1990s. Fans still remember its emotional lyrics, unforgettable melody, and the famous rain-soaked music video that became a symbol of the era. The song's hidden stories also make it special. The unexpected vocal change, the behind-the-scenes decisions in the studio, and the unique challenges during the music video production all became fascinating parts of its history. What started as a song recorded in the mid-1990s became the track that introduced the Backstreet Boys to the world. Quit Playing Games with My Heart was more than just a successful single. It was the beginning of a global music journey and the moment that transformed 5 young singers into international superstars. Today, the song continues to remind fans of the golden age of pop music and the incredible rise of the Backstreet Boys. This was the real story behind Quit Playing Games with My Heart, one of the most important songs in boy band history. Thank you for watching World Music Facts. Stay connected for more amazing stories, hidden facts, and legendary moments from the world of music.